and then search for some Wildcats, and you just hit. It's right there, dude. It's not.
Yeah, it's like that on the Android. It's not like that on the iPhone.
Mm.
I'm
It
looking right
is,
at it.
man. It's the app, man. It ain't the phone. It ain't nothing to do with the phone.
What's up,
I'm right
Clay,
here
man?
trying to write a status.
Clay Farmer, man. Don't forget about our bet, man. We got a bet for the Super Bowl. Don't forget about our bet, dude.
Oh yeah, Craig, you ain't want to talk about
You know, I'm
French Montana?
I'm gonna start off the show with that. I'm
Oh.
gonna start off the show with that. It just came to me. It just came to me. Clay talking about he going with Brady. He got the. If I lose, I gotta get him some food from the best Chinaman. They call it the Chinaman in St. Louis. It's
Oh,
Chinese food spot.
China,
We have the Chinaman. What's up, Anthony White? What's up with that food truck, man? Send us some food, man.
I see people out there. He out there working.
All right, so we ready? Y'all ready?
Let's get it.
Let's get
Yeah, I
it.
see what y'all saying. It's up, man.
Oh, damn, you see it.
Yeah, good job. Thank you.
That's cause you was listening.
We ain't gotta do all that. We ain't gotta do all that. I said thank you, motherfucker. That's good. We ain't gonna go all into that. You can put a feather in your cap for
I got it. I'm
for
put
the
on this side.
directions.
I'm put on this side. I'm put on this side.
Thomas Edward Patrick Brady. He put this man my whole.
Hey, and we need to. And we get some Under Armour, some special edition Under Armour shoes. Put on some Wildcats 100 edition. Try to sell them.
I don't know.
We come to 100 shows, y'all.
Under Armour like that. Unless they giving us something.
Y'all ain't got no Under Armour hookup. You ain't got no. I thought y'all knew.
Not to be advertising like that. We need some sponsorship.
Hell no.
Under Armour's gonna sponsor our show. We can lock them in. Okay. All right. So here we go, y'all. All right. So we are back at it. It's that podcast that's so damn good. Only some Wildcats can do it. And I am Craig Black coming to you live from the Zoom verse. And as always, I got my family in the building with me. I got my dude Keith, a.k.a. Cat Daddy, Keith, a.k.a. Coach Keith, a.k.a. Keith the Freak. What's up, Keith?
What's say, Black?
All right. Also in the building, I got my man Ant, a.k.a. the birthday boy, a.k.a. the old man, a.k.a. Agent Asshole. What's up, Ant?
What's up, shit?
And last but not least, I got my man Dirk, a.k.a. the money, a.k.a. the wallet, a.k.a. he pays all the bills, but we ain't got none. What's up, Dirk?
What's up, Craig?
Oh, my bad. A.k.a. he got on Cedric the Entertainer's hat from...
Pimping the night. I'm pimping the night. Pimping the night.
What is that? The King of Comedy.
Bringing them back. I'm bringing them back.
That's baby old Bailey.
Styling and profiling.
Woo-wee.
All right, so this podcast is about us and our friendship over the last 35, 40, 45, 50 plus years. And it's about the topics we want to cover because we don't give a goddamn about what you think. It's all about what we think. All right, this is a special show. Going down. And we gotta pat ourselves in the back. We are close right now. We are close to 100 shows. All right, we probably around. We predicted March 21st that we'll have our 100th show. So that's it's going to be something incredible. So we just patting ourselves on the back. We building ourselves up. So you can check us out, man. We appreciate all the support y'all have given us over the last couple of years. We've been doing this, man, and it's just outstanding to get to that milestone, which is coming up real soon. But let's get right to it. We're here to talk about the Super Bowl. We got the 55 going down tomorrow, and I didn't do this in a pre-production meeting, but let's talk about the money real quick. You know, all type of bets are being wagered on the Super Bowl, and I just happened to catch the dude French Montana talking about he put $250,000 on this game running with Tom Brady and the Bucks. So, is that a good bet or a bad bet?
It's a good bet if he wins. Hey, go big or go home.
$50,000.
Craig, you gotta have it to lose it. That's the thing. He got it to lose it.
That's a lot of money. That's a lot. I know that's in your type of atmosphere, Mr. Bailey. But
Hey man, that's for him. For him, that's probably one appearance. You know what I'm saying? Not even one show or something. Even in the pandemic. Hey,
That ain't nothing. Did y'all hear about this guy called the Mattress Man?
the Mattress Man.
3.46 million. Y'all talking about French Montana?
Yeah, I heard you right. I did. I saw that one.
Yeah.
I saw that. He put up 3 million.
the match.
3.46 million on the Bucks.
Yeah, I saw that one. So that 250 ain't nothing.
Hey man, anybody, I don't give a how much. If you that dude Bezos, if you losing 250, that's still hurt. That's a lot of money. That's like $100 to you, Craig. That's what I'm saying. That's you got to equate to that, man.
Bezos, that's not even $100. This dude's a billionaire. What you talking about, man?
He's like 60 billion. It's not even. He's not even 1 billion.
Hey, what's up, Thomas Littell? Shout out to Andrea and the comedian Michelle. What's up, Michelle? What's going on? All right. So
get you back on the show, darling.
You need to get you back. Look at that. Glenn jumping in here too. All right, this is some Wildcats podcast coming to you live from the Zoomverse. And we're talking Super Bowl and the big bets. French Montana put up $250,000 and the Mattress Man, 3.25 million or something like, what was that? Something like
2.4. 3.4 million.
But they all going with the Bucks. It's crazy to me, you know.
Because they can do it. They have enough weapons. They have the defense. They have the quarterback. They can pull it out. You got to think, even last year's Super Bowl, Kansas City started out down. You start out down with 9-10 points with Brady and the Bucks, it might be a different game, just like last year.
You know what? Kansas City last couple of games, you know, they've been starting out down. You know, that's just their MO. So for some reason, they're down early in the game.
Y'all know what I always say about champions since we've been on this show the last 3 years. You need a little bit of luck, a little bit of stuff to go your way. Them people still the champs until somebody beat them. And Tyreek Hill had 260 yards in the first half against them receiving.
First quarter, wasn't it?
Oh, I remember that game.
What are they going to do to stop that? I mean, those people still the champs. It ain't like they just got Hill. They don't know what's going on. They were the defending champs. And 13-3, I don't think they're gonna lay down and just give it to Tom Brady old ass.
Well,
I bet you they ain't gonna win 1-on-1 this game.
I don't want to see them win it. I'll be happy for Lurch. That's about it.
One of the things I see though, man, honestly, is with the Bucks. It's like they even look good, but when they look bad, they look bad. Like those 2 games against the Saints that they lost, they look horrible. So I think it's almost gonna be, if they pressure Tom Brady, man, it's almost gonna be what Buck team you get. When they look good, they look good. But
the X factor for Tampa Bay, he's coming back. AB, watch what I tell you.
I'm gonna tell you,
that's gonna be the X factor.
But that's on the offensive side though, man. Honestly, like Keith said, man, shit, they gonna have their challenge. They gonna have their hands full on the defense side.
Right.
They're gonna pressure. They're gonna pressure Mahomes.
It ain't like Kansas City got a slouch secondary. They got a legit secondary over there too.
Hey, the problem is the line though. That's gonna be the biggest thing.
Right, that's gonna be the biggest difference.
The biggest question is pressure. But let's be real. Tom Brady has his lull. He has he make that big play, and he can't. We talk about Mahomes, how he's slow. He's a slow starter. If Tampa Bay starts slow, when he gets that lull, man, they're gonna put this.
They start slow. He
start slow like that.
No, but look, the same what you were saying though.
I see you, boo.
It's gonna be on the front. It's gonna be on the line because they got 2 backup tackles playing, and the way the Tampa Bay come off that edge, that's gonna be a problem. Mahomes gonna have to be Mahomes.
Yeah, but the thing about it, if they bring the pressure on Mahomes, they're gonna have to deal with those receivers and stuff, Max. They're not gonna be able to have those extra defenders back in the secondary and stuff. So you're gonna have to pick your poison and stuff, man. I don't think they're gonna give them pressure all day, all the time and stuff. They're gonna have to mix it up a little bit.
Well, I'm just talking about the ones beating the ones though, where the ones beating the twos, because you basically got your regular starting edge rushers going against 2 backup tackles. So they may not have to blitz them. They just gonna win their individual matchups.
We shall see.
Yeah, we will see.
Before you got here, Glenn, everybody put their bets in. Who you got tomorrow?
I'm going Kansas City because I think Andy Reid's smart enough to just move the pocket, and I think that once the ball get moved, I think that Kansas City can put it on. I think Brady, he has points where he kind of breaks down or he put a little bit of pressure. He makes those big mistakes that you can't make against Kansas City. Because again, Kansas City has defense with.
Yeah, I didn't make it fair. It was really just a one-word answer, either the Bucks or the Chiefs. So thank you for the commentary.
Denver and North Carolina, where they thought you had all the firepower. I think the Bucks gonna slow them down some. I think Brady gonna win this one, and then Kansas City gonna win the next two.
I bet you that hat.
Oh, that's a bet. That's a bet. I got a couple of these.
Hey, look, I'm gonna take a page out of Craig's book. I don't want to see Brady win. I want the fairy tale to end tomorrow. I don't want to see him win.
But you want to see Kansas City win again too, though?
Yes. Yeah.
They're gonna be back. Kansas City gonna be back for the next 5 years.
I don't want to see Brady win nothing.
It ain't no guarantee. It ain't no guarantee.
You know what? And I'm so passionate that I want to see Brady lose.
He's
gonna win. He gonna win.
That's usually what happened with you.
Hey, let me ask you, at what point did you just become such a hater, man?
It started in 7th grade. It started in 7th grade.
Hold on.
You go against the grain just for the sake of going against the grain.
Yeah.
Why is it going against the grain? Because Tom Brady is a cheater. Why would I not?
We're not even talking about Tom Brady.
He's a cheater and he's a Trump supporter.
They just happen to cut.
And we give him a pass. I'm talking about Tom Brady right now. We can go over.
He didn't get a pass. He got suspended. He got suspended 6 games.
Listen, we gave Tom Brady a pass for being a Trump supporter. Everybody ain't on his head like they on everybody else.
Well, you can't fault that man because he's a Trump supporter. He was a Trump supporter before he ran for presidency.
He was.
I mean, that's why
the whole time.
What does that have to do with him winning a football game?
Hey, cause man, you know they get on all the
he
other
don't like
athletes.
He don't like him.
They get on all the other athletes. If there was a black, I'm not saying they. I say if it was a black quarterback. I'm gonna say what Shannon Sharp said. I'm gonna send this straight to you. Hey, can I finish my statement? No. If it was a black quarterback praising like he said, they'd be chopping his head off right now. Hey man,
you got some good bad water. You about to put your foot in.
Craig, you are right. You are right. Shannon Sharp, he was like, if he was supporting Farrakhan, it would be a whole different thing. Exactly, it would be. But this is Tom Brady. And he gonna put out that he's supporting his friend. Basically, that's the way Tom Brady's looking at it. He's been playing golf with him before he was running for president. So same thing with Crab. All them guys was boys already. So I can't be mad at him. And that's his man. That's his man. That's who he wants.
Craig, you gotta realize too that everybody's not gonna have the same political view as you, and you can't just hate somebody because they have a political view. And again, Donald Trump has a lot of bad parts, like the hate mongers, all those who support him. But everybody who support him ain't that person. So I understand your point of hate.
Sound like Glenn was supporting Trump. That doesn't sound like to me. He tried to come to a defense.
Hey, but it ain't even just Craig's political views. Craig, I think Craig bumped his head when he fell off the bike one time, and I think that's what it is.
Hey, man, you can say what you want to say. If you don't want to live in the reality of it, it is what it is.
The reality, fool. Do you realize how much you on the island by yourself?
It's like what you do all the time, Keith, but you don't like to try to make a joke about all the time.
No,
because you hate
by yourself a lot.
You hate Michael Jordan.
He hate the greats. He hate the greats, Am. He hate the greats. He hate the greats.
Hey.
He had the breaks.
He hate the greats. The greats.
All right. It's a Wildcats podcast coming to you live from the Zoomverse. We're talking Super Bowl 55 during the Super Show. Shout out to my man Glenn who just jumped in here a little while ago. You know, you can spell that name with 3 or 4 or 5 N's. He's in the building now. Let's keep it moving. Let's talk about Brady real quick from just a playing standpoint, real quick, not too long. I ain't gonna be here too long. If Brady loses, is he still gonna be the GOAT?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's like gravy.
Is the greatest part of it and stuff. That's the big thing getting there.
Yeah, okay. And he got there with the same team that Winston had. So if he throw all them daggone interceptions, he would have got there last year too. For real. He threw 5,000 yards now, 5,000 yards. So
But I do got another question. If he wins, should he retire?
He's not.
I think so.
He
already said he wanted to play till he's 45.
He's right. He still has the fire to play. He's not going to retire
he said he wanted to play
until he don't have that burning sensation to play the game. He said he still love the game.
All of us is over 45, but we all was that one morning woke up and was like, damn. And it's gonna hit him sooner or later. Even though how much he take care of his body with working out.
No, but
one morning
the
he wake up
Glenn,
like I cannot move.
The difference is we stopped. He ain't even stopped, so he ain't stopped. So his body's still in that rhythm.
Hey, Glenn, for real, right now, I think I can go back and play. So I don't know. I believe Brady. I think I can go back and play at 48.
What size is that damn hat you got on? It's squeezing the shit out your brain.
No, it's gravy. You know what I'm saying? I think I can go back and play. You know what I'm saying? I can go back and play.
You need to get a medium slim. That small is squeezing you. Hey, this taking us back to 92. The shirt coming off next.
Hey, yo, I ain't gonna lie, man. Go up the steps there. Man, it's like, damn, my knees is gone.
I have no idea what he just said.
No, y'all can relate.
You gotta think. You gotta think. The game.
You froze up, Glenn. You froze up.
Every time he talks about that. But look, the game changed to the benefit of Brady, but protecting the quarterback. You know what I'm saying? It's different than it was, 5 years ago. So he's gonna be able to play until somebody put that serious hit on him, and they had nobody, be able to do that yet. So
he should
see him playing 2 more years.
If he gets 7 rings, that's 7 rings.
It ain't, but it's not about the rings with him at this point. He still has that burning sensation to want to play the game. He said he has a love for the game. Just like Jordan. Jordan left before he wanted to leave, and what he do? He came back with the Wizards. He probably could have still played if Chicago didn't break up the team. Jordan would have still been playing.
All right, it's a Wildcats podcast coming to you live from the Zoomverse. Shout out to my man Reggie House, Big House. That's you. He says Father Time is undefeated, y'all. Father Time.
True that.
So let's stay inside the NFL. Let's talk about what's going on with Deshaun Watson and comments made by Brett Favre and Dick Vermeil. And I guess I actually saw Brett Favre's statements, what he said. And it wasn't the type of shut up and dribble type of thing, but I think he was actually speaking to a point where it's like
he said we.
I said we.
But I'm saying he was saying we as you know what I'm saying, not just specifically, you know what I'm saying, Deshaun. Yeah.
He was saying to the point like, we make so much money,
right? Exactly.
Why do we even need to get into that business? So I think it was taken out of context a little bit, but I didn't hear what Dick Vermeil said, so I don't know exactly what he said. But
Dick Vermeil said he said
saucy with it.
Yeah, he said
he want to make all those decisions. You buy a team.
Yeah. Oh, you're not doing. You can't be a GM and do everything. But it's a different time. He's a superstar, and it's different. And you keep saying basketball, football is different. Basketball, they doing it more because they got the guaranteed contracts. That's Deshaun. He can do it because they're not just gonna cut him because he can go somewhere else and get picked up. So he has the leverage.
But so I'm waiting to see. I'm waiting to see what actually happened that made him go to this extreme. It had to be something that was
it wasn't just
disrespectful. And make it get to this point. But going back to Brett Favre, he did the same thing. He held the league basically at bay for 2 years. Where he didn't want to play behind Aaron Rodgers. He was upset that they picked Aaron Rodgers, and now he wants to go to Minnesota because he didn't want to be a backup. He did the same thing.
And it worked out for him. It worked out for him to go to Minnesota. For real.
He was under contract, so for him to hear him say that or to make that kind of comment, that ain't his lane, and that's being hypocritical to me.
Keith, all the old heads are upset because the money they making now. You gotta think that too. The money, that same thing with Shaq was saying about what is the center from Utah.
Rudy
Gobert.
Yeah.
I mean, this man making $200 million for averaging like 9 points a game. If that was Shaq, he'd be having like $400 million if he was playing right now. So they mad because they making us money.
That go back to what Anthony always say all the time as a trailblazer. You're not gonna reap the benefits of you laid that ground. You laid the groundwork. You're not gonna reap the benefits of that.
I think
money was different back then.
I just think with the NFL, it's more of they don't want that good old boys club thing to change. I mean, it's like they don't want the inmates to run the asylum, something like that. You know, they don't want the players to be able to have the control of their destiny, to have all that power to move like Deshaun Watson has right now. Like he has all the power, all the leverage. Because if he sits out, he is going to miss out on the money, but he's going to hold that team hostage. What you going to do?
But
Y'all going to lose without me? I believe the NFL establishment, the owners, that club is like, you know, man, we can't let this get like the NBA. We can't let them run our league. This is our league, not their league. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I think it's coming from two different perspectives. Dick Vermeil is coming from a management perspective, and then Brett Favre's coming from I've been in this position type perspective. Now, I get it. We make all, his comments, we make all this money. We basically should set up and play. But it's just like, you know what, Brett Favre, stay out of that man's pocket.
Right.
Enough is enough too, Anthony. Enough is enough.
Because Brett Favre, during your career, you've made some very questionable moves that at the time that you were making them, people kind of looked at you side eye. And so, like you said, why this quarterback has the leverage, he needs to maximize it, because you got to think that window is real short for these NFL players and stuff. Everybody's not going to be a Tom Brady.
It's only a selected few can even do that, especially in the NFL. You know what I'm saying? They even think they have the power to make some decisions. Hey, what was the difference from Eli Manning said, I don't pick me. You know what I'm saying?
And that's how you ended with the
exactly. Well, they didn't tell him shut up and just get picked.
The only difference was that he wasn't under contract at the time. But the same thing, like even with Deshaun Watson, he's saying that, even with him losing that money from his humble beginnings, he has money put up to the side. Now, yeah, you want to get the money that's coming to you, but he's willing to sit out that time that he needs to sit out to make his point. And I think that's still going to put him in that, putting the league in that direction of the NBA.
I agree with Anthony, though. I agree with Anthony. I think it's something else. It's something else than just him having some decisions on the coach or the GM. It's something more than that.
Because think about what he said when he got the contract extension last year. He was on there crying about how he was, and the fact that somebody showed that much confidence in him, that don't change in a year.
I'll be happy and crying too if I get $150 million. Shit, happy as a mug. I don't give a who gave it to me.
But they go from one extreme to the next in a year, in less than a year.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Something happened. Yeah, true.
Even looking at how J.J. Watt went off the field with him, talking about he was sorry for him having to go through that. Something else happened.
Something happened.
All right.
Because he still had a great season, even at a sorry-ass team.
All right, so Wildcats Podcast coming to you live from the Zoomverse. It's the Super Show. We're doing it for Super Bowl 55, talking football right now. We're going to switch gears real quick and go into the NBA. We're going to talk about our Washington Wizards and our All-Star, who should be an All-Star, Bradley Beal. But the question is,
he will.
With our team and the state of our team, should Bradley Beal be a starter? Simply because of the wins and losses. Now, I heard
put like this. I think he's gonna be an all-star, but I don't think he's gonna probably be a starter and stuff. Because at the end of the day, honestly,
hold on, but Anthony, the starter is as fan votes.
That's the fan vote.
That's the fan vote. So that it don't have nothing to do with the fans. Not really looking at wins or losses. They looking at the favorite player. They looking at who they see highlights of. They looking at who he's leading the league in scoring. I'm saying this to the point where do you think he should be because of the wins and losses? Straight up.
That's about the All-Star is about his performance. It's not about the team.
That's about him individually.
They're not bringing the team to the All-Star game. It's about his individual performance, where he's doing it every night.
Yeah. Luka gonna be there. Dallas not playing well.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I mean, you can look at Trey not doing. They gonna be there. I mean, you can look all across the board.
The only time that the record is gonna come into play with the All-Star is the coach. Who's gonna be coaching it? But as far as what they're doing and what he's doing night in and night out, even being frustrated and being
they voting on Clay Keith and he's not even playing.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. That's a fan favorite vote. That's why. And he's getting, even though they losing, he's on highlights. He's on TV. He's in the eyes of the fan. So that he's gonna get chosen. But let's think about
what other guards are in the East that would keep him from starting though? Fan favorite guards that's in the East that would keep him from starting. That's what would determine that answer. You got Kyrie, you got a whole bunch of other guards in the East that may be more fan favorite.
Kyrie, Harden, Butler, shit.
Right, that's what I'm talking
about. Butler just came back. He was out for a while. Butler haven't been playing that great either now. He ain't been playing better than Bradley Beal.
But just like you said,
there's not a lot, not just in the East, but in the league that's been playing as well as Bradley Beal. Honestly, I don't think this year, I don't think it's going to be a question as to whether or not Bradley Beal is going to be an all-star. I think he's.
But that's why he got slighted last year, though, Anthony, because of wins and losses. Because he should have been on the all-star team last year.
They put dude from Philly over him. What was his name? The dude that ain't got no jump shot.
Ben Simmons. That's what I'm saying. They ain't had no good
popularity contest. That's what it is.
Right, but this year.
But Bradley didn't make the team because him. Period. He didn't make the team because of him. Period.
The coaches didn't even vote him in. The coaches didn't even vote him in.
Well, that
he
won't
got
be a problem
shafted
this
last
year.
year.
That won't be a problem this year.
He balling. I don't know.
I think Trae Young should be a starter too. Think him and Trae Young.
Why?
From the fan vote. He's an exciting player.
So is Bradley Beal.
I'm talking about the fan vote right now. I think he's an exciting player. The fans love Trae Young.
We just said James Harden, Kyrie Irving, Jimmy Butler. Who else? Give me some other guards that
we talk about the young.
Shit, you got Middleton. You got the kid, the youngin from Toronto that just hit 54.
Oh yeah,
quietly having a good season.
Trae just started last year. You don't think it's gonna roll over to this year? He's balling out. He's playing good again this year.
I'm not saying that he's not gonna make it. I was just trying to figure out why you thought he should make it.
Because John Wall playing good too.
John Wall in the West though.
John Wall is in the West.
I know, but I'm just saying. You said I'm just saying overall guards. I mean,
I'm talking about from Trae Young from his star power right now.
Man, forget his little ass. He just won. All he do is he going to the line and he going to the line a lot.
I got him as a second tier star, not a superstar.
Not over Bradley. Well, right now Bradley is leading votes in guards, fan votes as far as guards.
He's a hot topic in the league right now because everybody's trying to figure out if he's gonna stay or if they're gonna move on him. So he's a hot topic. That may help him being a hot topic.
They better not trade Bradley Beal away, boy. All right, so Wildcats Podcast coming to you live in the Zoomverse on this Super Show Saturday. Controversy around the NBA's All-Star Game in Atlanta. Help me out, Keith. This was your topic, man. What's going on with the NBA All-Star Game in the ATL?
Well, some of them don't want to play in it, and they weren't supposed to have an All-Star Game because of the shortened season, and now they're bringing it back up, and it's kind of coming up. I think it was March the 10th, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But they're talking about having an All-Star Game, and a lot of the players that went deep into the bubble. Thought that they was going to be able to have those 5 days to kind of recoup their body and connect with whatever they need to connect with, and now they're going to have to do, some of it. But
plus having Atlanta too.
Some of them that made a long run in the season last year, i.e. Darren Fox, they speaking about it and stuff. They basically just saying in the midst of this pandemic, they didn't think it was a good idea. But then you couple that with the fact that you bring it to Atlanta, which is an open Georgia being an open state. So they're like,
with it.
Not only you going
to they want to bring in fans. That's why.
They're like, you taking it to, you going not only you going to have it in the midst of a pandemic, but you're going to take it to a super spreader state. So
and they having parties down there too.
Yeah,
they already advertising all the they advertising them down there, so it's gonna be. Yeah, I agree.
It's not too late to change the location. Shit, move it to another city.
Now. They ain't gonna change.
Logistically,
because you gotta get yourself together for it.
You gotta think.
When is the All-Star Game?
They're looking at March 10th. They're trying to do the weekend of March 10th.
You gotta think. You got the NCAA. Where they in Annapolis? You got the girls NCAA. I mean, their tournament going to be somewhere too. I mean, they ain't gonna change it now. They ain't gonna change it now.
Put that shit in the bubble. No fans. Put it in the bubble. Just play.
But otherwise they wouldn't. That's why they want the fans. I mean, they want the money.
Think about it, Black. Before you go into the bubble, you got to quarantine for 5 to 7 days. Yep. They're still playing up until the All-Star weekend. Like if All-Star weekend starts on say a Friday night with all of the events and stuff, they're playing up to Wednesday. So logistically, it really just don't work during the bubble.
you know, it's COVID right now. They're making all type of adjustments. They postponing games. Cut them games short. If you want to have it, if you do want to have the All-Star game,
They've
make
already
it do
cut
it
it
the
short.
right way.
They've already cut the season short.
I'm saying cut some of them games short before the All-Star game. Give them that
Why would
7-day
they do
window to play it.
They can't do that, Chris. They can't do that.
If you want to have the All-Star game.
That's TV money. They can't cut that. They can't cut that.
They can't change once they logged into those 72 games. They can't change that. But
no,
I don't know. I think with the
combination
of the with the combination of the Georgia being wide open and then them not really thinking they was gonna have it and had that time off, I don't think it's a good move.
But they gonna have it because they in cahoots with the National Association with Chris Paul and them, because now the players get a percentage of revenue as well. So that's what I'm saying. They going to have it. It's no ifs about it. And LeBron will be there playing. He might not want to, but he will be there playing.
One of the things they said was that they didn't when they met with the NBA PA before the season started to kind of talk about the shortened season and what they were going to do. The All-Star game, All-Star weekend wasn't on the table.
Right.
Sure.
And now it's on the table. It's just like, all right, y'all ain't even tell us about
where
this.
did this come from?
And now y'all want to just throw this in here and stuff.
Because the numbers a little better. That's all that is. The numbers are better. They say
money.
Speaking of numbers, I hear about KD.
About him.
Not be able to play. Then middle of the game. I mean, beginning of the game came in late. Then by third quarter, they kicked them out.
They pulled him. Yeah,
but I mean that's the regular protocol.
That's
with
protocol.
The contact tracing.
Yeah. He wasn't supposed to play initially, for real.
But they already came back and said he'll be back with the team on Friday, but he don't have COVID. It was just a tracing.
Yeah.
So he might have had COVID, but he doesn't have it.
No, he was just somebody he was with. He was with contact with somebody that had it.
So he could have had COVID, so they took him out. That's what they were. Okay.
Black.
They got tested. Did they test him? They test him, right?
Right. They
yeah, but still, that's protocol though. That's in that big ass handbook that they gave him in the beginning. That's protocol.
Contact tracing. So he might have had it. So that's why they pulled him out.
No, he didn't have it. He was around somebody that tested positive.
Contact tracing. So
he understand what you're saying, Keith.
It is what it is.
Craig just wants to be difficult.
It's some Wildcats podcast coming to you live from the Zoomverse. I do that shit to Keith because and you too, and because y'all some stickler ass.
And I'm an asshole.
Yes, exactly.
Fuckers. All right, let's keep it moving, man. All right, let's change gears. Let's go to the entertainment world real quick. We're gonna talk real quick about T.I. and Tiny because they don't want nobody in their bedroom. But their show production, their big show on, I guess the VH1 has been suspended because of their sexual abuse allegations. So T.I. went out on his IG page a while ago talking about what happened and what he can't talk about, what he's not going to talk about, because apparently one of the young ladies that they invited into their bedroom says she was actually forced to participate in their escapades in their bedroom. And, they're denying it. I just think it's crazy to me because if you're in this position, and if that's your lifestyle, you can do what you want to do in your bedroom. That's on you. That's 100% on you. But if you know who you are, so you would think you would try to pick somebody that is going to be real confidential about your practices in your bedroom, what you're going to do. You know what I'm saying? You feel like you would have a super vetting type situation on any female you would bring in there with you, get her to sign some paperwork or something, you know what I'm saying? Just because,
it's not the first time that's been as known that that's the way they like that. So obviously what she was at their house, they are to draw her there. I mean, hey man, it could been the same way. It just so happened that it was him and his wife. So you get those individuals that's gonna try to.
It's a money grab.
She probably like.
It's a money grab.
Exactly. I mean,
that's all it is. And you know what? At the end of the day, if they didn't pay her enough money to keep quiet, I guess, they like, I ain't paying you no more, so you do what you do. Like you said, it's known that they do what they do in their bedroom.
Exactly.
But at the end of the day, it's just messed up, man. It's I don't know. the way T.I. speaks to, man, it's like pure comedy. I don't know if y'all saw that live. Shit.
I
The
saw
way
he was trying to defend
it,
himself.
Yeah. At the same time, he said something like, if she talks about it, if they talk about it and go against it, it'll be just, trying to come up on some lawyer fees or some other stuff if they take it to court or whatever. That's why he wouldn't really talk about it. But I don't know, man. It's crazy.
So let me ask you, do you have the folks, when you invite those folks into your bedroom, do you have them sign a non-disclosure agreement, or you just?
I was going to say something, but I'm not going to go that hard on you, Anthony. I ain't going to do that.
Let's just move on from this, man.
You want to talk about T.I.?
That was a good one.
Because look, the whole time we was talking about it, when you first started going into it, leading up into it, you say, I'm not going to go into that man's bedroom. And then you proceeded to open the door.
Hey, it happens. It happens, man.
I think we should switch gears.
They on
close that man door back.
They on as slick as you and Keith. I mean, you and Anthony. They ain't as good as y'all with y'all side pieces. Okay, it's some Wildcats podcast coming to you live from the Zoomverse. We're gonna keep it moving. We're gonna go back. We're gonna go to another internet story real quick, and it was that gruesome killing. I'm just gonna talk about it for a hot second. That dispute over, I guess, the snow removal in the driveways, and they were having an argument. They went back and forth to two IG Twitter. It was all over the internet if you actually saw this clip. And I guess the gentleman was cussing out the neighbor, and he actually was threatening him. So, and I guess the neighbor was having one of them days, and he just snapped. So he went back to his house. He got his gun, and what's crazy is he has the gun in his hand, and you can hear in the audio that the neighbor's challenging him. You ain't gonna do nothing. You're not gonna do nothing with that gun. And dude proceeded to shoot him. And he shot his wife. He shot him. Unloaded the gun on the lady. He shot the lady a couple of times, and she was still on the ground moving. It was kind of terrible, to be honest with you, because she was on the ground. He went back to her and shot her again and again. Unloaded the gun, and then you see him leave. He goes to the house, and then I guess a couple of other neighbors come down the street checking on him, see what's going on. You hear one guy scream, "Go get my gun," and all this, blah, blah, blah. And dude comes back out the damn house with an AR-15 or some type of big ass gun, a chopper, and he unloads that. And that's the terrible part about it. When he shot that lady with that, and she, it was, I don't know.
All I say is mental health is real.
Man,
that's you know what I'm saying, for some individual to go like that, that's mental health is real. That's all I can say.
I think I read somewhere though that they had that was like an ongoing thing, not excusing anything. It was an ongoing beef between them and the neighbors, and so it wasn't like it was just over putting snow in my yard. And again, there's no excuse for any of that. It was. I couldn't even really look at it. When I first saw it, I didn't even see him come back with the AR-15, because after seeing him shoot the lady in the road, I couldn't even look at look anymore after that. First, because he was missing, so I was like, he was shooting in the air first, so I was like, okay, but then when he actually hit him and her and kept hitting her and then stood over top of her and hit her again, that was, I can't condone, I can't watch that, I can't promote that, I can't retreat, that kind of bullshit.
The shit was just terrible, man. I don't know, the gun laws in this country are crazy. I'm not saying that's going to curb anything. I just think it should be a lot more levels to the screening of when you can actually own a gun or buy a new gun now. I know the market is saturated now. Some gun shops, I know it's a gun shop that's right off of Central Avenue right here. You can't, dude ain't got no guns in there right now. You got to order a gun. It's on back order to get a gun for like 6 months right now.
There's a lot of places like that.
So, and it's crazy, but I'm thinking the way they vet, you should have to go through some type of mental health screening before they actually let you get the, I don't know why that's so.
All they do is a basic background check. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have no criminal background or arrests or anything like that, they just do a basic background check. That's it. And then comes back in a couple of hours.
The NRA, man, it's like, that's been like one of the
Too much money.
the anti-gun laws, that's been on the dockets for years and stuff. The NRA ain't letting that happen and stuff, man.
But Craig,
They're not
you
gonna
say like they
change
have a mental health check. I mean, you going to go to the therapist one time or two times?
I don't have the answer.
No, it's so.
I don't have the answer, but it's nothing there right now, Glenn. It got to be something
Right,
more.
but
You know what I'm saying?
even the scenario that you're talking about right now, I mean, that's somebody that's doing it the right way. Everybody else can get it however they're gonna get it. They don't have to go about it the right way to do it. You know, they can get their hands on, they can get their hands on.
Like you can get it. Don't even have a serial number, just a build gun. You know, there's all kinds of things around all that stuff. So, there's a gun that those serial numbers is just basically you just put the parts together. You know, I mean, I don't know how that works, but
it'll be hard. It'll be hard to try to investigate.
You don't know how that works,
Glenn?
Nah, I don't.
All right.
I ain't heard one from my.
All right. It's some Wildcats podcast coming to you live from the Zoomverse Super Show. And we just talking about that gruesome, I guess, footage that was on the internet about the couple. I don't know their names, and was just, thoughts and prayers out to their family and to the coward, the dude that killed them, because he killed himself, man. And that's just, I think that's bullshit. Yeah. I really think that's bullshit, man. He didn't want to face the music, so the Bama he took himself out. But we're going to move on. We're going to switch gears, and we're going to go back to sports. We're going to go to boxing real quick. Your boy Floyd Mayweather, he says he's interested in fighting 50 Cent in an exhibition match.
He's just coming back. He's just coming back when 50 Cent said, they said, who would you want to fight? And who would you want to hit in the face or something? And he said Mayweather. So Mayweather, like, it don't matter about the size. We can still get in the ring. So that's a money grab too. That's why Mayweather, he's having an expedition over there going, China somewhere, or he's the night before. So it doesn't matter. If he getting $100 million, no matter who he fighting.
I would jump in the ring for 100,000 with Mayweather getting knocked out. But 50 got the money. Why would he even suggest?
Exactly, yeah.
That ass whipping. Mayweather is mad at that dude, so Mayweather ain't gonna give him. He gonna beat his ass. It ain't gonna be none of that.
He gonna let you read this left, motherfucker.
it ain't gonna happen. Like you said, 50 ain't gonna entertain that, man.
Ain't no way in the world he gonna jump in the ring with that dude, get his ass whipped. It is.
I don't know. 50 guys jaw wire. We got shots, so maybe he can take a punch.
Yeah, I'll tell you, that's a different weight class. I'll tell you that.
All right, and also shout out to Mayweather. I guess he's a black business. It's Black History Month, and we take care of black businesses all the time. He has a new gym coming to Bowie, Maryland. Mayweather Boxing and Fitness coming real soon. They got a website up already. It's going to be in Bowie, Maryland. The address is 15485 Annapolis Road. If y'all don't know, but he has one in New York already, right there.
New York and Vegas. He opened up in Vegas first, of course.
Let's be real, it's an untapped market here in Maryland. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of boxers who don't have anywhere this gym shit, don't get me wrong. I don't want to say that. But I'm saying just an untapped market that he sees a lot of talent coming out of this part of the world. So he's like, you know what? I'm going to tap into that. So he got the name, the recognition, to pull some youngers in, maybe 9, 10, bring them all the way up till 10 years in his organization. And guess what? Produce champions. Because I'm telling you, this area, the high stakes in the water, don't matter what the sport is, it's in the water.
Yeah, maybe that's a smart move.
It's just tapping into the fitness. I mean, right now, what's in the pandemic and everything like that.
That's what's hot.
Everybody, it's fitness.
Everybody got an app. Everybody got something going on. That's what's hot. If it ain't in this area, he can that name gonna definitely do it. I mean, you look at what Sugar Ray did a while back. Based off of his name, folks gonna go in there. So
yeah,
I think it'll be real successful around here.
Yep.
Just because his name, because of the marketing and the branding and all that, because he's Floyd Mayweather, people gonna jump on it. And
Exactly.
like Glenn said, the boxing side, I think it's going to be the edge too. They think they're going to be able to be the next Floyd Mayweather, so they're going to be up in there.
No, it's not. It's not geared towards boxing match. It's geared towards fitness and boxing.
Yeah, fitness and boxing.
Not boxing. Not having.
I figure you would have a gym. I think you would have a straight up boxing gym in there.
No, they have the ring. A lot of these gyms now they have a ring because that's the big thing. You know, fitness doing boxing. You're doing boxing and with the fitness, so that's why they had a ring. But it's not. They don't have the ring to train fighters. Just to say that's that's something separate. It's just for fitness. But I could be. You know what I'm saying. That's why they say boxing and fitness because that's the big thing right now. You can see all the celebrities and everything like that. They doing the boxing thing because you see Halle Berry, she's coming out with a movie because she's real heavy into MMA now. She's doing an MMA movie.
Yeah,
she does a lot of the boxing stuff. She's doing a movie about MMA boxing. Yeah, it's coming out. She had one. So she's heavy into MMA.
Wait a minute. You saying something that Craig the Critic don't know about?
No, what?
He don't know about it.
Yeah, I know about that.
He better find out.
Yeah.
She's heavy.
Yeah, that's my.
But it all came back. It all came back from her. But that's her big thing with fitness. She does a lot of the boxing and the MMA, but that's because she's real heavy into fitness. So that's how she came to love MMA and MMA fighting because it helped her and her body. And that's how she fell in love. Fell in love with it. So.
All right. Well, since Keith shouted him out, big shout out to Craig the Critic. And I always give my great opinions and put y'all up on some good stuff to watch, the binge watch and everything. It's an all right movie. It's long as hell. It's Malcolm and Marie on Netflix right now. It's good. You got that chick Zendaya. And with the dude Denzel's son John David Washington, whatever his name is. Dude on Ballers, but it's one of them flicks that is for the ladies. It's for the ladies. So if you want to have a good time with your lady, sit down. Valentine's Day coming up, y'all need to check that out. But it's long as hell though, man.
Hey Malik, when you get a chance, buddy, can you put that the old excerpt from In Living Color with the hated it on there and the 2 snaps in a circle for Craig?
Oh man,
I was trying to figure out when he segue to this. Like how do damn.
Because he shouted out Craig the Critic. So I'm giving him my expert opinion on all these binge watching for you, man. And
2 snaps in a circle, Malik.
If y'all don't know, the dude, what's the dude name from Law and Order SVU? The main character, what's his name? Scully, what's his name? The main character from Law and Order. Well, he coming back. The dude coming back in Law and Order real soon. And also 2 taps in the circle. Also, don't forget February 24th, one of the best shows on TV is coming back, Snowfall. I know y'all watch Snowfall.
Yeah.
Best shows coming back February 24th. So
watch that.
You gotta watch Snowfall. Anyway, thanks, Keith. I appreciate that shout out, man. Y'all check out Craig the Critic on Facebook, man. Yeah, that's my.
You couldn't say that for the end of the show, man.
Right, it's a black business or something.
It was a segue into it. That's why
great segue. I appreciate it, Keith. Thanks, man. Thanks
for utilize that.
Hey, in the words of David Allen Greer, hated it.
He looked like that dude with no hat on. Let's switch gears. It's a Wildcats podcast. Coming to you live from the Zoomverse, the Super Show. Let's go to a little bit of politics, okay? Let's talk about Marjorie Taylor Greene. The House, they voted to kick her out. She gets ejected.
They didn't kick her out.
They didn't kick her out.
No.
They didn't kick her out.
They
just removed her from the 2 committees that she was on.
Right. Help them out.
Okay.
And they did the right. They did the right thing. They did the right thing.
She still has a vote. She still has a vote though.
They did the right thing, man. I don't want to say that.
Okay. My bad. They didn't kick her out. They moved her from 2.
No, they removed her.
Okay.
Yeah. But by her not being on those committees, it takes away a lot of her power to be able to do whatever she's gonna do.
Good, they need
the house.
She's wilding out. She's wilding out.
Exactly.
But that's what I'm saying. She's been wilding out before she was just elected. I mean, before she was elected. So it ain't really nothing.
At least we know who she is, man. We know she's straight up.
Well, she put it out there. Yeah, exactly.
Where's she from again? I forgot. What state?
Georgia.
Georgia, man. Come on, Georgia.
Man.
But her first day in office, she was putting out tweets talking about free the face and we don't have to wear masks. And all there's all this other stuff about how they don't have to wear a mask when they do their stuff in Georgia. And then on the day of inauguration, she was putting the file impeachment papers on Biden. So it was like, she was just doing too much. Hey, and I don't know how Georgia even voted her in down there.
Shout out to Reggie House. That dude name from SVU was Stabler. Thanks, Reggie House. I appreciate that. My bad. Keith, go ahead.
House, please don't entertain this house. Come on, Reggie.
What House said again?
He said he went back to the name that Craig could better talk about who was coming back.
All right. So Wildcats Podcast, coming to you live from the Zoomverse. Y'all don't want to talk about Lil Uzi Vert getting that $24 million.
Oh my God. He got too much money. He got too much money to spend. That's all that is.
Y'all don't want to.
Good job, man. We can't even hear you.
That's worse than Tyson getting that tattoo on his goddamn face.
Hey, Derek, don't get no more fuel.
We're not gonna bring it up.
No energy.
We're not gonna talk about in the 24 diamond in his forehead.
Oh my God. This dude.
We ain't gonna talk about that. They ain't want to talk about that, Glenn. All right. And well, let's go to some other entertainment news. Let's go to Nick Cannon. He's making his return to Wild 'N Out because he apologized publicly about his anti-Semitic comments. I got a problem with the establishment, man. That's
it's the cancel culture, man.
What he said was wrong. But
yeah.
But
what? But what?
You just said it. What he said was wrong.
If he worked for your company and he said something wrong and you just we just need you to apologize because our followers, our base, our customers are not happy with that.
Well, and it was definitely missed. So the fact that he did that is not so much just about him. He's getting a lot of people back to work.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
He's getting a lot of them comedians back to work.
I think at this point they both needed each other. You know what I'm saying? They couldn't find somebody to take Nick Cannon's place because individuals turned it down to proceed on. So which it was good. That was the good part. Nobody took that.
His boys stood beside him. They said they tried to get the DC Young Fly.
Yeah. Right. You could imagine how much money they try to throw at him. You could just imagine that.
He made them dudes all that money. Them dudes got
right. So they was loyal.
Yeah,
they was being loyal.
Yeah, but like you said, Nick was wrong. He admitted he was wrong. He got his job back. Bam.
Right. Bam. That's it.
Enough said.
What?
That was a man move.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, that was a wallet move.
That's a wallet move. But you might got to look at it now. He's back at the seat to have a seat at the table. He might maybe make some changes. You can't make no changes. You ain't at the table.
You sound like some Jay-Z stuff about 2 years ago when he was doing that stuff with the NFL.
Same.
Right now, Dirk.
Hey, he had a seat at the table. So that's why we have the weekend performing. We have they have some changes. Hey, you can't make no changes knocking on the door.
But it's not.
They're not gonna let your black ass in.
But the changes that Jay-Z was supposed to be making.
Hold on. We're not talking about Jay-Z. We're talking about Nick Cannon.
Come on
back over here.
Hey,
back to the middle of the road. Stay in the middle of the road. Craig, Jay is at the table because why? Because he's a billionaire. That's why he's at the table.
We're in the ditch right now, Keith. We're in the ditch right now. I'm driving this car.
Malik, we need some left music. Going left music.
Yeah, come on,
man. Some going left music. Come on, stay in the middle of the road, man.
I am in the middle of the road, but it was like he just did a Reggie House. He threw it out there, so I got to jump on it real quick, okay?
No, you don't. You really don't.
You really don't.
Come
on now. If we look at the NFL, what has Jay-Z done to actually help out?
We don't want to talk about it, and he still talk about it.
I didn't say not to talk about anything about what Jay-Z. What are you talking about?
How do you know? How do you know? How do you know?
You ain't in the boardroom. You don't know what he's done.
He might have done a lot. That's the only thing.
No. I look at it. I'm gonna look at it from a standpoint of what the NBA does and what the NFL does. And
That's
what
two
the
different
Apples
businesses.
and oranges.
Different.
You
It's
can't
apples and oranges.
Different.
You can't compare Coke and Pepsi, man.
It's
Oh.
different.
Different
It's
CEOs, different
different, man.
boardrooms.
All right.
Even
all right.
if you just say guaranteed contracts, non-guaranteed contracts is different, man. It's different.
Okay.
Some Wildcats
different,
podcast
man.
coming to you live from the Zoomerverse right now. We're gonna switch gears and move on to our next topic.
Yeah, what's the next topic?
Craig,
You got the paper in front of
there
you.
you go, Anthony.
How can I mute his ass? All right.
Craig, step in my, hey, Craig, step in my office. You fired.
He fired as the host. Him and Nick Cannon needed jobs.
Apologize.
All right. So
Hey, you know what? We didn't talk about this in the production meeting, but did y'all hear about Anthony Anderson cutting his kids off financially?
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, that's the topic for next week. He said it on was it Charlamagne the God's show on his podcast?
Charlamagne.
Charlamagne,
Him
not
too.
Charlamagne. So
Yeah, him
Charlamagne.
too.
Yeah.
It's same thing when they was talking about
All right, this is a
hey,
Wildcats podcast.
you gotta do that sometime.
Coming to you live from the Zoomverse. Let's go to this last topic before we get to the FIU candidate of the week. Real quick, we're going to jump in. Ice Cube. Ice Cube is back in the news. He's planning to meet with the Biden administration to discuss the contract with Black America. He's back at it again. I'm going to ask you individually. Do y'all still have, I guess, if you ever had it, do y'all actually believe in anything Ice Cube is doing with this contract with Black America? Do y'all believe in this movement he has going on right now? Or do y'all think, this is just a waste of a lot of taxpayers' time and whatever they do?
How's the taxpayers' time? That's Ice Cube time.
If they spend some money meeting with him, I don't know.
If it benefits the Black and brown community, I don't have no problem with it. You got to think, he wanted to meet with Biden before he met with Trump. Biden and Harris decided to postpone it. So now they coming back around to talk about it. So they're going to have that conversation to talk about it to see if it's feasible. And I'm all for it. If it's to help the, like I said, the Black and the brown community, we need all the help that we can get. So why can't we have that conversation?
I'm not a fan of shut up and rap or shut up and be an actor and stuff, man. But at the same time, I'm not one to have Ice Cube represent. I'm not a fan of him representing the Black community and stuff, especially when he hasn't put out his plan to the masses. Like, I don't know.
But Anthony, can you get a meeting with Biden? Did somebody else get a meeting with Biden? Did somebody else get a meeting with Trump? Whoever can able to establish that meeting, I'm not opposed to that.
No, and Dirk, I agree with you. I agree with you.
But you just letting any and everybody
I agree with you, though, but we don't know what he's meeting them about. Like, have you seen the plan?
Exactly.
He could be talking.
I'm not saying, but
he could be saying,
some plan is better than no plan.
Let's have a higher tax rate to all brown people that wear funny hats and ball shirts.
But you don't know. You got to start somewhere.
Exactly.
You can have that start that conversation.
We don't know. So
that's
if
what I'm saying. We don't know.
But did y'all organize? Did y'all organize to come up with some kind of plan to make some movements? No. Until somebody make movements, then and you gotta make that establishment. I need to do. Somebody need to make initiation to move forward. Until that happens, we can't all sit back and say, why Ice Cube doing that? At least he's making an effort to do it. I can't be mad at him for making an effort.
Okay. I'll agree with you. I'll agree with you in that standpoint, and maybe we should read the plan so we understand what the plan
exactly
is. Yes. Maybe that, but from another standpoint,
afterwards.
From another standpoint, he lost a lot of backing and faith, no matter what that plan said, when he actually took that meeting with Trump.
He asked Biden for the meeting first. Trump gave him the meeting. Trump gave him the meeting, so he asked for both. And I'm not saying I agree to everything, but he asked for the meeting. He asked for the meeting. You know what I'm saying? So you can't. What benefit does Ice Cube have to do that? Ice Cube is rich. Why he need to spend his energy? He could be writing a movie. He could be writing some lyrics. He's taking initiative to have that meeting. So why anybody would want to bash what that man trying to do because it's benefiting somebody else?
Like before he becomes a talking mouth for the black community, I just want to know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
And maybe if he publishes something,
but that's on y'all. That's on y'all to find out what he's talking about.
Exactly.
That's on y'all to do that. I'm not agreeing with Dirk either. I'm not agreeing with Dirk either.
If it's not published, how will we know what he's talking about?
This shit is published, man. Damn.
Shit is published.
He told y'all where to go look at it and read it. He put it out there. So you didn't take initiative to read it and see what he's talking about.
I ain't gotta be my representative. That's why I ain't gotta read it.
You ain't got to what? Represent you. You?
Hey, boys.
You? That's what I'm saying. I mean, y'all sitting there saying, what? Can you get a meeting with Biden?
Hey, but Dirk, listen. He made a big mistake. He made a big mistake when he sat down with Trump, man. He should.
Why, Craig? Why? You keep saying.
Man,
with the Trump.
Because at that point,
I feel the same way with the Trump.
At that point, when he sat down with Trump, Trump used some of his ideas to put that platinum plan together for Black America, quote unquote. And people didn't like that. At that point, Trump was bad business. You couldn't sit down with him or be a part of it. You couldn't do that.
But he wanted to sit down with both of them. At that time, they didn't want to sit down and have that conversation. So he met with Trump. Maybe he thought it was the right thing to do. And yeah, Trump might have turned and flipped the script on him and used it in his campaign, but he can't control that. That's what I'm saying. Right, exactly. So he can't say that. He can't say, I don't want to meet with nobody because they're going to use it politically. That's what he's trying to use advantage.
I'm all for people taking the initiative and jumping out there. I'm for that. Me as an individual, though, I just want to know what he's saying before I can be like get behind him and be like, all right, fight the power. I'm like, he could be talking about some stuff I don't agree with.
Well,
but that's why you started the conversation. Plans are made to be changed. Even just say, this is what we're looking for. Hey, who know? Ice Cube wasn't always rich. He know what it is like to be living in the hood. He know what it is to be broke. He came from nothing. So his ideas might be better than our ideas. We didn't live as bad as Ice Cube did. If you really think about it, we wouldn't live in situations perspective from the way we was brought up to what Ice Cube brought up. He may not be looking at I'm rich right now. He may be looking at when he lived in South Central LA.
So I'm just gonna say this. Before we move on to the FIU candidate of the week. I just think it's kind of funny to bring this full circle, and because Ice Cube was vilified for sitting down with Donald Trump, and I know the reason why he did it simply because Biden wouldn't, because Biden was trying to all about the election.
Right.
But the funny thing about it is they beat him down. They beat him down. We cut him off. We did that for a while. We canceled them, whatever they do, whatever. But they didn't do that to Tom Brady.
But Craig, who they did that the same. They did the same thing to Steve Harvey. He sat down with Trump, and they got on him. So whoever sat down with Trump would have a problem with it.
They ain't cut Brady off.
No, you just hung up on that man that's no longer president, and you just stuck on him. Stop.
Way before he was even thinking about politics. And that's the way Brady probably looking at it.
All right. We're going to keep it moving. This is the reason why you came here. It's the Wildcats Podcast.
We got a new candidate.
Coming to you live from the Zoom.
A usual suspect.
On Super.
The hater.
The SuperShow. And we got two for real. Carlos, she got in an argument with Keith's favorite player, LeBron James, is defending her husband. Y'all heard about that. Y'all saw that. She's an honorable mention, okay? She's an honorable mention for FIU. But we have to give it to the gentleman. I don't know his name. The guy that ruthlessly killed the couple in that beef about the snow in your driveway or my driveway, for killing those two people on a serious note. he is the FIU candidate of the week. Fuck It Up University. He's a straight up coward because after he did all that, he took his own damn life, and that's just the most wickedest way to go out. And what he did was just horrifying and terrifying. So I don't know what school we're gonna put him in.
We ain't gotta go through all that with that.
We ain't gotta go through all that. He just fucked up.
He not even coming on campus.
Yeah,
we ain't gotta go through all that.
He can't.
He gonna do virtual learning.
Shit. This dude, whatever his name is, he's the FIU candidate of the week for just committing that horrifying act, that murder, because of a snow beef. Y'all give it up one time for that dumbass. It is what it is. FIU candidate of the week. We appreciate y'all checking us out. Once again, this is the Super Show, and it's Black History Month. So we're gonna go around the table. If y'all got some black businesses y'all want to shout out and show some love to, I know I'm gonna start off with a business that's in Hyattsville, Maryland, that's been in Hyattsville, Maryland for a long time. Henderson Motors, Henderson Auto Parts, Henderson Automotive. They're in Queenstown, Maryland. I don't have their number, but if you Google Henderson Automotive, they're in Queenstown, Maryland. They're a black-owned business. They've been there more than shit. I was taking my car there when I was like 14, when I was 15, 16 years old, getting my shit fixed. So it's a great business. They've been there for.
Yeah, you had BMX back then.
What are you talking about?
They changed the brakes.
He's
When he was 14 years old.
They fixed the chain on your bike.
Hey Glenn, when he took the 280Z there, he took the 280Z there with the screwdriver in the job.
When I was 14 years old.
When I was 14 years old, I had that 280Z.
Hey, that's good. That's good. This business still going on since then.
It's still in business. So a shout out to Mr. Henderson. May you rest in peace. That was my man. He passed a while ago, but the business is still thriving, and the family's still running it. So I'm shouting out them during Black History Month. Anybody else want to get anybody real quick before I go to the usual suspect?
Yeah, I'm gonna give a shout out to Milestones Enrichment Center, in business for 20 years. Child care in Maryland and DC. In Maryland, in Laurel, and DC, down off of H Street.
All right.
Yeah.
And also, we gotta go.
Who's the owner of that establishment?
My boo boo, Tracy Skeeter Catz.
And shout out to the boo boo.
Yeah. Right.
All right, we gotta go to the resident Black business owner, Ezra Technologies, which specializes in
IT services, facility management, construction management.
All right. So that's what it is, y'all. Make sure y'all go to our YouTube page. We're at Some Wildcats on YouTube. Please subscribe. Go there right now. Subscribe to our YouTube.
Check it out. Check out the YouTube page. We have some things happening, popping on that YouTube page. Yep. We need y'all to subscribe to it. We got some special things that's happening. Craig is working on them. We don't even know what they're working on, what he's working on, but he's working on something.
kind of like Ice Cube going in and speaking on our behalf.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? He don't have no problem with that.
Just go sit down with Trump, you black motherfucker.
Gotta love these. All right, so there you have it. We appreciate y'all checking us out. You can catch our podcast on all the platforms, every single platform: SoundCloud, Spotify, iHeartMedia, iTunes. We're everywhere. All you gotta do is search Some Wildcats. We're also on Twitter. It's you search Some Wild_Cats. All right, please check us out. We appreciate y'all checking us out. Anybody got anything last to say? Any before we go? No.
Peace, right. Love, and soul.
Mahomes.
Oh yeah.
Recording stopping.
Chiefs all day.